This is TCT's Daily Major. I am Brian Dabreo, and these are your headlines. The Prime Minister meets HelpAge Club 60 members and older persons. ECTEL's Council of Ministers has a new chairman. $24.1 million for an education project, and a ruling Antigua Labour Party senator is facing 5 charges. TCT's Daily Major is brought to you by Double A's Bottling Company, Farron's Food Products, Ramco Chowming, and One Caribbean newspaper.
Nothing will keep us together. Oh, we can be heroes just for one day.
More than a third of our children are now overweight or obese, and some reports indicate this will be the first generation where the children might not outlive their parents. Cardiovascular disease is the leading cause of death in the United States, and the leading cause of death for African Americans, Hispanics, and whites. 25 million North Americans are diabetic, and roughly 2 million people are diagnosed with diabetes every year. Bio's Life, the clinically proven natural fat loss.
For more information or to purchase this product, contact Ramji at telephone 716-1400 or 450-0495 or email ramj35@hotmail.com.
One Caribbean newspaper is dedicated to the unity of our people in one Caribbean nation. We invite you to write us and tell us what's bothering you. No matter what it is, as long as it's within the law and it doesn't offend public conscience, we will publish it. Send us your pictures. Tell us of your weddings. Tell us when unfortunately you have deaths, and we will publish the death announcements. One Caribbean is a newspaper dedicated to the unity of the Caribbean. Write to us at onecaribbeanltd@gmail.com or dennisdabero@gmail.com, and we will publish what you write, as long as it is within the law and it doesn't offend public decency.
Welcome. Club 60 and HelpAge St. Lucia has expressed gratitude to Prime Minister the Honorable Alan Chasney and the family for adding a memorable dimension to last weekend's Club 60 pageant prize-giving ceremony. The event took place at the Prime Minister's official residence at Vichy on Sunday, October 16, 2016. Executive Director of HelpAge St. Lucia, Ms. Helen Charles, noted that in a world where issues of the elderly are often placed on the back burner, it was very encouraging to see the lead policymaker of the government present at this function. We truly appreciated that his family was present, particularly his mother. I know those present truly appreciated the opportunity to meet and interact with the Prime Minister. In his brief remarks, it came across that he could relate to our concerns, and we look forward to another forum for us to discuss these serious issues. Ms. Charles has disclosed that the Prime Minister has given a commitment to meet with HelpAge St. Lucia along with the relevant members of his cabinet in the near future. The Club 60 pageant took place at the National Cultural Center on October 9, 2016 under the theme 60, Sassy and Stunning. The Office of the Prime Minister congratulates all of the participants of the Club 60 pageant, including pageant winner 2016 Miss Patricia Joseph of Babono, first runner-up Mary Francois of Mabuya Valley, and second runner-up Paula Gibson of Castries. Minister for Economic Development, Housing, Urban Renewal, Transport and Civil Aviation, Honorable Guy Joseph, has commended the Eastern Caribbean Telecommunications Authority for its considerable strides and accomplishments over the course of its 16 years of existence. Minister Joseph, who is the incoming chairman of the ECTEL Council of Ministers, made the complimentary remark at the 34th ECTEL Council of Ministers meeting. He surmised that though governments come and go, ECTEL has provided stability and have stayed the course, even as the OECS telecommunications sector has moved forward at a blistering pace. For Mr. Ember Charles and his team at the ECTEL office, I think you are the ones who have remained the constant in keeping things moving in the direction that we want it to. I think the technology is moving at a pace where even the providers themselves are grappling with the speed at which things are moving. The meeting brought together ministers with responsibility for telecommunications in all ECTEL member states, namely the Commonwealth of Dominica, Grenada, St. Kitts and Nevis, St. Lucia, and St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The Eastern Caribbean Telecommunications Authority was established on May 4, 2000 by a treaty signed in St. George's, Grenada by the governments of the 5 Eastern Caribbean states. The idea of establishing an Enjoy Responsibly Day was initiated by Heineken in 2014. The objective of this effort was to foster collaboration with other industry partners to address alcohol abuse and to encourage and educate the public on responsible consumption. Windward and Leeward Brewery Limited, a part of the Heineken Company, joined with global partners last Friday in observing Enjoy Responsibly Day 2016. The brewery hosted an event which featured a responsible drinking seminar to discourage alcohol abuse and underage drinking, a non-alcohol cocktail mixologist contest, and after-work social to mark the occasion. Mr. Marvin Joseph is the finance manager at WLBL.
The most important thing is that we recognize that we as an industry have a responsibility. And that responsibility is to ensure that we continue to spread the message. We need to make sure that the responsible consumption message is shared by everybody. And we are consistent in the way we promote it and we're consistent in the values that we have. As employees of WLBL, the responsibility is with you. Okay? You need to believe in what we are doing and for you to act it.
Addressing the audience on the merits of moderate consumption and drinking responsibly was Dr. Christopher Bourbon.
The fact is that the consequences, the negative consequences of alcohol is related to alcohol abuse. And we need to come out of here realizing that the responsible consumption of alcohol is associated with the positive aspects of alcohol. The negative aspects of alcohol are related to overconsumption.
In addition, the perils of drinking and driving were addressed by Sergeant Fauché of the Traffic Department of the Vieux-Fort Police Station. He made the point that due to the limitations of the police department's ability to enforce these laws, it is of paramount importance that individuals take responsibility for their own actions, for responsible consumption needs to be vigorously encouraged by all stakeholders.
When it comes to our laws reference to traffic, drinking and driving, honestly, it is very disappointing as to how we actually deal with these offenses. Reason I would say that is because to this date, we are not equipped with the basic equipments to actually deal with these offenses. And as you know that we have persons who are actually driving on our roads. They are being intoxicated, and however, they are just basic things that we can actually do as police officers.
Members of the newly installed Dennery North Constituency Council will be holding a series of community meetings from the 18th of October to the 16th of November 2016. More in this report.
We put together a number of town hall meetings so that we could get a first-hand knowledge of what our constituents are, what are their plights, where would they like to see the constituency go.
The first meeting will be held on Monday, October 18th at Rose Tavern in Tomazo.
Since we are newly installed council, we really want to go out and create awareness in the communities in the Dennery North constituency. So in that case, we have scheduled a series of community meetings spanning over a 6-week period, commencing on Tuesday, October 18th to Wednesday, November 16th, 2016. And as I said, we'll be going to each community in the Dennery North constituency, where we'll be meeting with constituents, and as the chairman said, to hear of their plight and to introduce the members of council to those constituents and to let them know what our plans are for them as well.
On Wednesday, October 19th, the council moves to the Human Resource Development Center in Grand Riviere, Dennery.
Our role, as my fellow councillors mentioned, is to improve the quality of life of the constituents. As such, we would need to get a better understanding as to what their individual needs are. So we're really encouraging everyone to come out. That is the only way we will be able to implement appropriate projects to assist the community over the next few months, short term and long term. In addition to the community meetings, councillors will also be disseminating questionnaires throughout the communities to complete our needs assessment, and we're encouraging everyone to participate fully and to give us accurate information so that we can better serve you, the community.
The Ministry for Equity, Social Justice, Empowerment, Youth Development, Sports, Culture and Local Government endorses such activities in the interest of community empowerment and national development. Reporting from the Government of St. Lucia, I am Adara King.
Creole Month started with a bang in Toronto, Canada, with the return of the Madame Wab pageant. Together with our sister island Dominica, St. Lucians in Toronto came out to support what was a signature event to mark the opening of Creole Month. 6 wonderful ladies vied for the title of Madame Wab and showcased our culture brilliantly. The event was a tremendous success and saw St. Lucian Shirlene Gervais walk away with the coveted title. Lana Lubon, CESANU coordinator, was on hand to show support for the event and provided information about the program to St. Lucian nationals. You are watching TCT's Daily Major. Still to come, $24.1 million for an education project.
Crystal clear. That's what we drink. When I want to quench my thirst, bring a bottle of crystal clear. Yeah. It's so refreshing. I don't want no other water. The choice is crystal clear. Cool the temperature. Revitalize me with. Give me a bottle of water. All on the road is inside bottle. Everybody's drinking water. Crystal clear. Yeah. It's so refreshing. When I want to quench my thirst, bring a bottle of crystal clear.
The choice is clear. Crystal Clear. Premium, purified drinking water from Duboulet's Bottling Company Limited.
The way you smile at me is everything I dream.
How is that boy running up?
Your Lucelec bill has been redesigned to give you more information. The top portion of your bill contains an invoice number, Lucelec's VAT identification number, and customer address. A past due stamp is displayed if your payment is overdue at the time of billing. Ignore it if you've already made your payment. To the right is a barcode for easy processing of your payments at Lucelec's customer service offices only. The billing summary highlights any amounts due from the prior billing, total of all payments made between your last bill and your last payment date, any other charges or credits to your account, any fees for returned checks or reconnection, VAT charges on these fees, the balance brought forward, your current charges for the billing period, the total amount outstanding on your account, and the date by which it should be paid.
Experience the flavor of icy. Icy, yeah. Icy, icy. Pop it up. Let's start the party. Ooh, yeah. I like the flavor. Ooh, yeah. I love the taste.
The orange and the pear, the cherry and banana, the apple, ginger beer, or strawberry for your mama. Grapefruit, cola, champagne, sorrel if you wanna. Quench your thirst first, have an icy soda water.
Icy, yeah. Icy, icy. Pop it up. Let's start the party. Ooh, yeah. I like the flavor. Ooh, yeah. I love the taste. Icy, icy, icy.
Experience the flavor of icy. Bottled by Dublaze Bottling Company Limited.
Ramco pasta is a master. Your staple of choice because the quality is superior. No gluten, no white flour, 100% semolina. Ramco pasta tastes better, I swear. Ramco pasta forever. When I using mac and cheese, bon. Give me some more, please. Ramco have variety, go Betty to Betty and Fusilini. Ramco, the taste we know. Met you.
Now available at all leading outlets. Distributed by Ramco. For more information, call 450-0495.
Welcome back to TCT's Daily Major. The Board of Directors of the Caribbean Development Bank has approved US $23.4 million in financing for a project which aims to strengthen St. Lucia's education system to better address the needs of diverse learners. The St. Lucia Education Quality Improvement Project will support the enhancement of mechanisms and capacity for improved planning, leadership and delivery of education services, the rehabilitation, renovation and/or expansion of physical infrastructure at various educational levels, and the institutional strengthening and capacity building. Mr. Daniel Best, Director of Projects CDB, notes, "We are committed to working with the government of St. Lucia to invest in improving access to quality education for all. This project responds to the island's most pressing needs in the education sector and builds on our 4 decades of successful partnership with the government and people of St. Lucia. EQUIP aligns with the Government of St. Lucia's Education Sector Development Plan 2015 to 2020 and will improve the teaching and learning environment across the country through the expansion and rehabilitation of 5 schools, enhance quality, relevance and instructional effectiveness by providing training for 25 teacher educators and 375 teachers in specific areas of need, improve leadership and operational effectiveness by providing training for workers across the education system, including 120 principals and education officers, conduct a climate vulnerability assessment of project schools and develop prototype guidelines for use in climate vulnerability assessment of schools nationally, enhance special needs education by assessing what institutional and infrastructural improvements are needed to provide quality education and equitable access to children with special education needs. Loan financing for EQUIP is complemented by a grant of US $740,000 to the Government of St. Lucia, which also includes an allocation from resources provided by the European Investment Bank to the CDB under the EIB Grant Facility for Climate Action Support. The Government of St. Lucia will contribute US $4.9 million to the project. 9 students attending the Sir Arthur Lewis Community College this academic year at a recent ceremony received welcome news from the St. Lucia Civil Service Cooperative Credit Union. Based on their performance in the June CXC exams, 3 students were officially awarded scholarships and 6 others bursaries toward their education. Mr. Zephyrin Francis is the Managing Director of the SLC SCCU.
The Civil Service Credit Union is proud today to present 3 more scholarships and 6 bursaries for tertiary education.
At the special ceremony held last week in the St. Lucia Civil Service Cooperative Credit Union boardroom, 3 SALCC students were officially awarded scholarships in recognition of their performance in the June 2016 CXC exams. In addition, 6 others received education grants or bursaries for the 2016-2017 academic year. Director of the Civil Service Credit Union, Mr. Zephyrin Francis, addressed the students with words of encouragement while also recognizing the parents' role in the students' success.
You all have programmed yourself well at secondary. We expect you all to do the same at tertiary level because you're on the verge of university. And I think you all are going to make us proud. On that note, I just once again to thank the parents for guiding your children, the students, in seeing that they did carry out their work. And I want to congratulate the students for their dedication and commitment to hard work and success. You are now reaping the rewards.
The St. Lucia Civil Service Cooperative Credit Union demonstrates its commitment to education and development of the St. Lucian youth by spending over $100,000 annually on scholarships and bursaries for the children of the members. The chairman of the Civil Service Credit Union Scholarship and Bursary Committee addressed the students and reminded them that they had an obligation to maintain their grades and performance levels in order to sustain the assistance. He also recognized the parents' contribution and reminded them of their obligation to continue to play their role in their students' education.
I would like to once again congratulate all our recipients, and I would like to start with the students first of all, and to remind you that you have an obligation. So, today marks the day when you have said to us that you deserve assistance. And now I turn to the parents. You have an obligation, a similar obligation, to monitor your children, to ensure that they do well.
The Department of Infrastructure, Ports and Energy hereby informs motorists and the general public that the Canaries Bridge will be closed to all vehicular and pedestrian traffic from 6 a.m. to midnight on Sunday, 23rd October 2016. During this time, the existing bridge will not be in operation. The road closure is required to allow for the creation of a bypass road prior to the construction of the permanent bridge. The Department of Infrastructure, Ports and Energy apologizes for any inconvenience that this closure may cause and continues to solicit the cooperation of all during the execution of the project. In an item of sport, the 5th Annual Commissioner of Police T20 Cricket Tournament began this Tuesday, October 18, 2016, from 10 a.m. at the Wen Cricket Field in Monreport. The first match saw the Northern Division versus the Southern Division, and the second game at 2 p.m. involved Operations versus Police Headquarters. This year, the structure and format remains the same with 4 divisions, namely the Northern Division, Southern Division, Police Headquarters, and Operations. Each division is named after a former Commissioner of Police, playing in a round-robin format. All games will be played at various venues on Tuesdays and Thursdays, with 2 games per day at 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. On the regional front, the Antiguan Daily Observer newspaper has reported that the Senator for Barbuda, Adrian Lee, will appear in court on December 5th to answer to 5 charges following an altercation with 71-year-old Linton Thomas on Saturday night. Senator Lee was yesterday charged with larceny, wounding, being armed with an offensive weapon, battery on a police officer, and resisting arrest. He was granted bail in the sum of $6,000 with 2 sureties. Lee and Thomas were involved in a confrontation at a bar in Barbuda, and the former senator who once represented the Barbuda People's Movement was struck with a metal pipe. He had to get 6 stitches to close a wound to the forehead, and he also sustained a cut to the upper lip and a swollen nose. Thomas said just before the incident, he was upstairs his bar, the lounge, when a female bartender on duty told him some beverages were missing from the storeroom. The elderly man said he went downstairs to investigate and found Lee at the door of the establishment. He said to avoid a confrontation, he proceeded to close the door of the business, and that's when the argument which led to the altercation started. Senator Lee has refused to comment on the matter. Now for the weather report. Present weather at Huronora Fair. At George Charles, partly cloudy. Total rainfall for the month thus far at Huronora, 151.9 millimeters. At George Charles, 74.8 millimeters. Sunrise tomorrow, 5:59 a.m. Forecast for St. Lucia Valley for the next 24 hours. Winds will be blowing from the southeast near 12 miles or 19 kilometers per hour, becoming lighter at times. Weather, fair to partly cloudy skies with a few showers and a slight chance of isolated thunderstorms. Seas moderate with waves and swells 4 to 6 feet or 1.2 to 1.8 meters. Forecast for the Lesser Antilles. Fair to partly cloudy skies with a few scattered showers and a chance of isolated thunderstorms. Tropical weather outlook. Light southerly winds are expected to continue across the region for the next 24 hours. A tropical wave located over the eastern tropical Atlantic is moving westward near 9 miles or 15 kilometers per hour. Finally, unbelievable, but true. Here it is, and this one ain't no joke. By special request, we bring you once again the comments of this straight-talking pilot.
Good afternoon, this is your captain speaking with just a little flight information. Coming up on the left, we're going to be catching a glimpse of the Grand Canyon. On the right, you can be able to see the Hoover Dam in just a few minutes. We're flying at an altitude of 37,000 feet, and our airspeed is 400 miles an hour. Couple little facts here. I'm packing a Colt King Cobra. That's a .357 caliber firearm with a black rubber grip and a 6-inch barrel. Also, the co-pilot is carrying a Kimber Custom Defense pistol with all the bells and whistles you'd expect from a custom gun of that kind, with an alloy frame and bevel treatment on the entire gun. And our chief flight attendant, Roger, has a Ruger Bearcat 22 with a hand-fluted cylinder. All three are capable of piercing body armor at a distance of up to 27 feet, and it can put a hole in human bone and flesh the size of the Grand Canyon, which, by the way, is coming up on the left-hand side of the plane, so just sit back and relax and enjoy the rest of the flight.
The Capitan and his colleagues are definitely not skylarking, for they told the passengers exactly what they're packing. You understand? Here's where we come to the end of this edition of TCT's Daily Major. But before we go, another look at the headlines. The Prime Minister meets HelpAge Club 60 members and the older persons. ECTEL's Council of Ministers has a new chairman. $24.1 million for an education project, and a ruling Antigua Labour Party senator is facing 5 charges. TCT's Daily Major was brought to you by A's Bottling Company, Farron's Food Products, Ramco Chow Mein, and One Caribbean newspaper. As usual, on behalf of the entire news team, I am Brian Dabreo. Thanks for viewing.